Ngobrol Inggris?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the YNI podcast. I am your host, Sarah, and I am so excited to see you today. How are you doing? I hope you are having a wonderful day, maybe drinking some coffee or tea and ready to learn some English with us.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Walter. And Sarah, please calm down. You have too much energy for this early in the recording. Did you drink 3 cups of coffee again?
Maybe 4, but come on, Walter, we need energy. Today is a special episode. We want our listeners to really focus on their listening skills. So if you are learning English, don't worry about understanding every single word. Just relax, listen to our voices, and try to catch the main ideas. It's okay if you miss something.
That's good advice. Honestly, sometimes Sarah talks so fast that even I miss things. But yes, friends, this podcast is for you. We speak clearly, we use simple words, and we repeat important things. So just enjoy the conversation.
Exactly. And today we are talking about a very interesting topic, a topic that everyone thinks about. Walter, do you know what today's theme is?
Let me guess. Is it how to sleep more? Or maybe why Mondays are terrible?
No, Walter, stop being so negative. Today's theme is dream job.
Ah, the dream job. The magical place where you make millions of dollars, work only 2 hours a day, and everyone loves you. Does that exist?
Well, maybe not exactly like that, but everybody has an idea of a perfect job, right? When you were a child, you probably wanted to be something specific, an astronaut, a doctor, a superhero.
I wanted to be a professional video game tester. I thought, wow, playing games all day? That is the life.
See, that is a classic dream job for many people. But today, we will talk about what a dream job really means now. Is it about money? Is it about passion? Or is it just about having free time? We will discuss everything. So get comfortable and let's start our journey into the world of dreams. Okay, Walter, let's go back in time. When you were 6 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up? Be honest.
Let me think. I think I wanted to be a dinosaur hunter.
A dinosaur hunter? But dinosaurs are extinct, Walter. They disappeared millions of years ago.
I know. But when you're 6 years old, logic is not very important. I had a big plastic sword, and I ran around the garden shouting, "Where's the T-Rex?" My mom was not very happy because I broke some of her flowers.
Oh no, poor flowers. But that is so cute. I think my dream job was different. I wanted to be a zookeeper. I loved animals so much, I thought I will live with lions and tigers and they will be my best friends.
That sounds dangerous, Sarah. Lions are not like cats. They don't like hugs.
Tell that to 6-year-old Sarah. She believed anything was possible. But now, look at us. You were not a dinosaur hunter, and I am not a zookeeper. Why do you think our dreams changed?
Well, reality happened. As we grow up, we learn what jobs actually exist. We also learn about salaries, bills, and responsibilities. You cannot pay your rent with dinosaur bones.
True, but do you think it is sad that we don't have our childhood jobs?
Not really. I mean, being a zookeeper sounds fun for one day, but cleaning cages every day? Maybe not. I think our ideas of a dream job change because we understand ourselves better. We know what we're good at and what we like.
I agree. When I was young, I only thought about the fun parts. I didn't think about the hard work. Now my definition of a dream job is different. It's not just about the title, it's about how I feel every day.
So what is your dream job now, Sarah? If you could choose any job in the world today, right now, what would it be?
That is a difficult question. I think I would love to be a travel blogger. Imagine waking up in a different country every week, trying new food, meeting new people, speaking different languages, and writing stories about it. That sounds amazing to me. What about you, Mr. Grumpy?
First, I am not grumpy. I am realistic. And second, my dream job? Maybe a librarian in a quiet old library. No phones, no emails, no meetings. Just books and silence.
Of course, only you would want a silent job. But wait, wouldn't you get bored?
Boredom is peaceful, Sarah. Sometimes peace is better than excitement. But seriously, I think a lot of people want jobs that give them freedom. Freedom to choose their time, freedom to be creative.
Yes, freedom is a big keyword here. But let's dig deeper. What makes a job a dream job? Is it just the activity, or are there other factors?
I think there are three main things. First, passion. You need to like what you do. If you hate your work, 8 hours feels like 80 years.
Wow, that is a strong image. 80 years. Yes, passion is important. If you love your work, it doesn't feel like work, right? Like the saying goes, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life.
That is a famous quote, but is it always true? What if you love painting, but you cannot sell your paintings? Then you have no money. So the second factor is salary.
Money is definitely important. We all need to eat, pay for our homes, and buy things we enjoy. A dream job should pay well enough so you don't worry about money all the time.
Exactly. And the third factor, which I think is the most important nowadays, is work-life balance.
Work-life balance. Can you explain that for our listeners who might not know the term?
Sure, work-life balance means you have enough time for your job, but you also have enough time for your family, your hobbies, and your rest. If you have a high salary, but you work 14 hours every day and you are always stressed, is that a dream job?
No, definitely not. That sounds like a nightmare. You need time to relax. You need time to be a human being, not just a worker. So, passion, salary, and balance. Those are the big three.
But there's one more thing, the environment. Who are your coworkers? Is your boss nice? Is the office comfortable? Or do you work from home?
Oh, the environment is huge. I once had a part-time job in a cafe. The coffee was great and the customers were nice, but my manager was very strict and always shouted. Do you know what happened?
Let me guess. You quit?
Yes, I quit after 2 weeks. Even though I liked making coffee, the bad environment made me unhappy. So even if the job is interesting, bad people can ruin it.
That's a great example. People often say, people leave managers, not companies. It's very true. Your dream job must have good people around you.
So let's summarize. A dream job has passion, good salary, work-life balance, and a friendly environment. That's a lot to ask for.
It is. And that brings us to a difficult question. Is the dream job actually realistic, or is it just a fantasy?
That is a deep question, Walter. I think for some people it is realistic, but for others, maybe not. Sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves.
Yes, social media makes it worse. You open Instagram or TikTok and you see people traveling first class, working from a beach in Bali and making millions. You think, why is my life not like that? Why is my job so boring?
Exactly. We compare our real life with someone else's highlight reel. We forget that maybe that person works very hard, or maybe they are in debt, or maybe they are lonely. We only see the beautiful photos.
Right. And society tells us that if we don't have a successful career, we are failures. Parents ask, "What do you do?" Teachers ask, "What is your plan?" It creates a lot of stress.
I felt that pressure when I finished university. Everyone asked, "Did you get a good job? Is it a big company?" I felt like I had to find my dream job immediately. But honestly, my first job was not a dream. It was just a job.
And that is okay. Not every job has to be your dream job. Sometimes a job is just a step. It helps you learn skills, save money, and meet people. It prepares you for the next step.
That is a very healthy way to think. Maybe we shouldn't look for one perfect job forever. Maybe our career is a journey with many different stops. Some stops are fun, some are boring, but they all take us somewhere.
Precisely. And sometimes your dream job changes. 10 years ago, I wanted to be rich and famous. Now I just want to be happy and healthy. My definition of success changed.
Me too. I used to think a dream job meant being a CEO in a tall building. Now I think a dream job is doing something meaningful, even if it is small. Maybe teaching, maybe helping animals, maybe creating art.
So the lesson here is don't let social pressure decide your dream. Listen to your own heart. What makes you happy? Not your parents, not your friends, and not Instagram.
Beautifully said, Walter. You are becoming quite philosophical today. I like this side of you.
Don't get used to it. Tomorrow I will be back to complaining about traffic.
Fair enough. But before we move on, I want to teach our listeners some useful English phrases about jobs and dreams. These are called idioms.
Ah, the idiom section. My favorite part where Sarah tries to explain complicated phrases simply.
Hey, they are not that complicated, and they are very useful for daily conversation. Let's start with the first one. Walter, imagine you finally get the job you always wanted. How do you feel?
I would feel amazing, like my wish came true.
Exactly. In English, we say a dream come true. A dream come true. This means something very good happens, something you wanted for a long time. For example, getting this scholarship was a dream come true for Maria, or meeting his favorite singer was a dream come true.
That is a positive idiom. Very common. Okay, what is the next one?
The next one is about following your heart. We often say, follow your passion. Follow your passion. This means you should do what you love, even if it is difficult. You choose the path that makes you excited. Example sentence, he left his banking job to become a chef because he wanted to follow his passion.
Good advice, but remember what we said about money, Sarah. You can follow your passion, but you also need to eat.
True. Balance is key. Okay, next idiom. This one is about growing in your career. Imagine a ladder. You start at the bottom and you want to go to the top. We say climb the career ladder. Climb the career ladder. It means getting promotions and moving to higher positions in a company. Example, she worked very hard to climb the career ladder and now she is the manager.
I see, moving up. But what if you are in a job where you cannot move up, where you stay in the same position for years with no hope?
That is a sad situation. For that, we have the idiom dead-end job. Dead-end job. A dead end is a street with no exit. So a dead-end job is a job with no future, no promotion, and no chance to learn new things. Example, he hated his dead-end job at the factory, so he started studying coding.
Nobody wants a dead-end job. That sounds terrible. Okay, last one. This one is about aiming high, about trying to do something very big.
Yes, this is my favorite. We say reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. It means you should try to achieve your biggest goals, even if they seem impossible. Don't be afraid to dream big. Example, don't give up on your business idea. You should reach for the stars.
I like that one. Reach for the stars. It gives you hope. But remember, while you reach for the stars, keep your feet on the ground.
Very wise, Walter. So let's review quickly for our listeners. A dream come true. Something wonderful happens. Follow your passion. Do what you love. Climb the career ladder. Get promoted. Dead-end job. A job with no future. Reach for the stars. Dream big.
Great list. Try to use these idioms in your next English conversation. It will make you sound very natural.
Now, friends, we want to take a short pause. We want you to think about your own life. This is a mini reflection moment. Take a deep breath.
Yes, close your eyes if you can, or just look away from your screen. Ask yourself these two questions. Question number 1, what is your dream job right now? Not what you wanted when you were 6, but what you want today.
And question number 2, are you working towards it right now? Are you taking small steps, maybe studying, maybe practicing, or maybe just thinking about it?
There is no wrong answer. Maybe your dream job is to be a pilot. Maybe it is to be a teacher. Or maybe your dream job is to retire early and garden. All answers are correct.
And if you are not working towards it yet, that's okay too. Today can be day 1. You can start by learning one new thing or reading one book about that topic. Small steps are still steps.
Remember, the journey is more important than the destination. Enjoy the process of learning and growing.
I hope this reflection gave you some inspiration. Writing down your thoughts in a journal can also help. Try writing, "My dream job is," and finish the sentence.
Wow, time flies when we talk about dreams. We're almost at the end of our episode. Walter, what is your final message for our listeners today?
My message is simple. Be realistic, but don't lose your hope. It's okay to have a normal job while you build your dream job. Don't rush. Life is long. Take care of your mental health, be kind to yourself, and remember that success looks different for everyone.
I love that. And my message is, keep dreaming. Your dreams are valuable. Don't let anyone tell you that your ideas are silly. The world needs your unique talents. And remember, learning English is a tool to help you reach those dreams. Every time you listen to this podcast, you are getting closer to your goals.
That's right. Your English is improving every day. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Exactly. So thank you so much for spending your time with us today on the YNI podcast. We hope you enjoyed our chat about dream jobs.
And we hope you learned some new vocabulary and idioms. Don't forget to practice them. Say them out loud. I want to climb the career ladder. See? Easy.
Yes. Please share this episode with your friends who are also learning English. And if you have a story about your dream job, send us a message. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, tell us, what is your dream job? Is it a dinosaur hunter, a zookeeper, or a quiet librarian?
We will read your messages in the next episode. Thank you again for listening. Stay positive, keep practicing, and believe in yourself.
Take care, everyone. See you soon.
See you in the next episode of YNI Podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.